Hey everyone, we are back with another plan with me, and this week we are going to be using this kit from my sticker shop, and this one is called Ballerinas and Buns. So if you are interested in purchasing this kit for your own sticker planner, then you can find the link in my description to my Etsy planner sticker shop. So unfortunately, it has been a few weeks since my last plan with me, and if you guys remember the last plan with me, I was talking about just like how March just was not a very good month for me, and I missed a lot of uploads, and I'm trying to catch up, and April's gonna be a better month. And I have to say, it has taken me several weeks to kind of like pick myself up. So April was in fact not that much better than March as far as like my uploads go, but I really am getting back into the groove of things, getting the timing right for like being able to film things. So I know that April hasn't been as good either as far as my uploads, but I promise you this time I really am getting back into the swing of things. So I'm hoping that I need to quit saying this, but I'm hoping that May will be a little bit more of a normal upload month for me. But I am very glad to say that I have survived another tax season, and now I am coasting for the rest of the year. I always love the off season in my profession because even though it does get very quiet, I greatly appreciate the more slower, quiet times, and the workload is just a lot more manageable throughout the rest of the year. So I am back in my happy period and things are just on the up and up. I know that I said March was a really rough month for me, and it absolutely was, but I am definitely seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I am getting over that hump and I'm on the down slope now, which is always a really good feeling. And I'd even talked a little bit vaguely about some like health concerns that I had that kind of came up in March, and I am slowly getting those under control as well. So I really don't have much to complain about really in the grand scheme of things, and I'm definitely really happy that I am just kind of getting back to a little bit of normalcy. And if you guys are a fan of my like IRL videos, my beauty videos, you guys know I've been making like tons of promises over like the last couple months of like, oh, I'm going to do this video and this video, and I am slowly but surely making good on those promises. I have quite a few videos that I'm actually going to be filming today, so hopefully I will start having a lot more of those videos I've been promising to you guys up very, very soon over the next couple of weeks. So overall, I'm just really glad that I am kind of getting back into the swing of things. It's always really hard at, tax season with my job and just trying to manage it all. And especially when I was going pretty crazy with uploading every single day. I have to admit, you guys, I absolutely burned myself out, and it was kind of like a slow going burnout. And it really all started to come to a head. Like I said, like March was like the tipping point for it. So like I've really kind of been taking like March and April to really kind of revive myself, rejuvenate myself. I know a lot of people who don't do YouTube or content or anything like that, like social media wise, like as a job or like a part-time job or like a gig or whatever you want to call it. For the people that don't do that, I think that it's very easy from the outside looking in to be like, oh, come on, how hard is your job? That is not a real job. I can't believe you make money from that, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And I absolutely see it from both perspectives as a content consumer and a content creator. So do not get me wrong. When I hear YouTubers or any content creator, social media influencer, whatever you want to call it, when I do hear about like the super famous ones like really complaining about their job, I am like, okay, come on, let's put a little bit of perspective in this, you guys. Content creation is not the hardest job in the world, but it is a job nonetheless. And I know that a lot of people really just do not get that or do not understand if they're not on that side of the table. And I'm not even like a big time creator by any stretch of the imagination. Like, do not get me wrong. I am not on my high horse right now. But even small creators and being a content creator in general is work. It is a lot of work. Is it hard work? Sometimes. Is it easy work? A lot of the times. But it is work nonetheless. And I think that's something that a lot of people lose sight of if they're not in it themselves. And I think that really kind of goes for anything in the world. And that's just one of those perspectives that I think a lot of people, it's just part of human nature. You don't truly understand something until it is actually part of your life or something that you are interested in or a field that you are in or whatever it may be. But I feel like for me specifically, the hardest hump to get over was the burnout. And a lot of it for me tends to come from like, you've always heard like an object in motion stays in motion. And for me, the second I stopped moving, that was when the motivation was really, really hard to overcome. And don't get me wrong, I love making videos and I love making content, but it was just like everything kind of came to a head. And I was at that point where I'm like, okay, I actually need to take a break before I permanently burn myself out, which is never something I have ever wanted to do. You guys know I have been doing YouTube for like, I think this year might be 14 years, which is kind of crazy, especially since my channel is so small after all those years. But that has never really been that much of a determining factor for me, whether I continue doing it or not, because this is obviously like the most bareliest part-time job as far as like money I'm earning. I really don't earn hardly anything from YouTube at all. So it's really just a passion project, and honestly, it wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't a passion project, because you don't really do something for 14 years and make as little of money as I have made from this. Like, it's obviously a hobby for me and something that I really truly love doing. But I am really excited because I do have some more videos coming out very soon. And another thing that has been like really kind of weighing on me is I have not been able to like really truly dedicate time to reading my Nancy Drew books like I have been doing for the last several years and doing review videos on them. I just last night have finished another batch of 3 books that I'm going to be doing some review videos on today. So those are going to be coming out very, very soon. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I will have the next one out next week. That is my goal. And I have to say, this last book just really, I struggled through it, but I ended up liking the book. It was just, I could not find the time or the motivation to read. And it was like every time I would sit down to read, even if it was in the middle of the day, like if I found a couple minutes to read, I just found myself like nodding off, like eyes going cross-eyed, like could not concentrate on the words on the pages. Like I would just immediately get sleepy. And I think that has to do with I have really, honestly, for the last several months have really only had time to read like a few minutes here or there before bed, and then I inevitably get tired, fall asleep, and it's kind of like this hamster wheel I'm running on that I feel like I'm not really getting anywhere. But I feel like that has kind of backfired on me, because now I feel like in my mind I have psychologically linked sleep with reading. So even the other day, I was reading in the middle of the day. I had a few minutes at work that I could, spare. And so I picked up my book and I just could not concentrate. I felt tired. And so I kind of think I need to break that habit and not read at night in my bed and things like that. I have definitely heard other people say the same thing, where like subconsciously their mind like links those two together, and my brain's just like, oh, you're reading a book, I guess it's time to sleep now. And I definitely think that is also linked a little bit to like a new medication that I'm taking, because it definitely has like the side effect of like fatigue. And I think I'm actually really truly feeling that. And I've always been a pretty fatigued person to begin with. So that on top of it just really hasn't been helping. But overall, the medication is doing a lot of good for me. So that is definitely a well worth trade-off, in my opinion. In other good news, I have officially started going back to my gym. Unfortunately, I really did have a little bit, again, kind of going back to like falling down the hill, and then you like got to pick yourself back up, but I just never picked myself back up. Back in October, I stopped going to the gym. I think it was actually the week of my birthday. I was like, I'm going to take the week off, enjoy my birthday, and then I'm going to get back on it. And so that week off actually turned into 6 months off from the gym, which was never my intention. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm kind of like an all or nothing type of person. Like I'm either going to the gym like 3 days a week, every single week, or I'm like, okay, I'm not going to the gym for 6 months, which that drives me insane, because there's nothing I hate more than paying for something that I'm not actually using. So I've ended up paying for my gym subscription for the last 6 months and did not step foot in there once. But going back to the whole tax season thing, like I literally would not have survived if I had to spend another hour at the gym every single night after work. And I was just like, nope, I need to give myself some rest, but I am jumping back on that horse, and I went all last week. I'm very proud of myself, and honestly, like getting back into that routine strangely has like made me feel a lot better at getting back to that like normalcy kind of vibe that I'm very much craving. I am definitely a person, this probably does not shock you, I am a person that craves stability. I just want to feel safe and comfortable, and a lot of people might find that boring. I am not like an adventure seeker. I am not a adrenaline junkie by any means. So safe, comfort, stable are the things that make me feel good in life. And unfortunately, my boyfriend, he's kind of the opposite. He is always wanting to go do something new, try something new, go somewhere new. You know, he's always looking for like, what can we do next? What can we do next? And for a person like me, who really is like a homebody and, you know, like I said, quiet, stable, that's really what I'm looking for. Sometimes we do kind of clash when it comes to that, but I am trying to get a little bit better at giving and taking a little bit more. But truly getting back to the gym has been feeling really good. And I also have another little thing that has kind of started like helping with the motivation factor to like get back into the gym and start getting a little bit more active and, you know, trying to improve my health a bit more. And this was something I had found on Instagram ads. I swear my Instagram ads are really, really good at targeting me for things. There have been so many times that I have been more influenced to buy something from like Instagram ads than I have from like an actual influencer. And you know how like you click on something on Instagram ads and then like you spend a couple minutes on that page and they're like, oh, you like this. So then that's like all they start showing you. Well, recently I found this thing, and I'm not going to lie, it's probably a little bit materialistic. Well, it absolutely is materialistic. But in the end, I think it's actually a really kind of good motivating factor for me. So like I said, I used to go to the gym and, you know, go for walks and do all those things. And now I have a goal in mind, and it's actually from like this company. There's a bunch of companies that do these, but I just happened to found like kind of like two brands that I think are possibly my favorites for these. But if you guys have ever seen these, they're like a virtual walking type of program, I guess you could call it. I don't know exactly how to call it. But basically, the two companies that I found, I've only purchased from one of them so far, but I do have my eye on one from another company. And the one that I've purchased from is actually called, I think it's called Pacer. And basically it's like these virtual walking challenges. Some of them are based on like actual like locations, and some of them are more like a fantasy location, but it's really cool because it's a virtual walking challenge you can do at your own pace. And when you complete them, you get these really cool, very intricate kind of like marathon medals almost. So I actually kind of found those, and I thought the medals were really, really cool. And it was actually something that I'm like, hey, that's kind of a really neat concept, especially for someone who, I don't mind walking. Like I like walking, but it kind of gives me like a sense of purpose or like a goal that I'm working towards. So I actually purchased a few of them from the Pacer website, and I have been working on this specific virtual challenge. I did do like 3 different ones, but I'm doing them like one at a time because I guess technically you could do them concurrently, but for me, I kind of feel like I really want to earn each medal. So the current one I have been working on, I am over halfway through, and I just feel like for me it's one of those things that kind of gamifies the like walking challenge and makes it really fun for me. So I have been doing, I think it's called like the Japanese Sakura virtual challenge, but basically it's this really cool thing that like it tracks your steps and you can input your distance based workouts, and you can progress on like kind of like a Google Maps type of trail, and you can see like how far you are in the totality of your virtual challenge. And I know that a few of the websites are different. Like some you can't get the medal until you actually complete the challenge, and then there's some that like you get to choose whether like you want your medal sent right away or sent when you complete the challenge. So I actually decided that I would have the medal sent right away, but I told myself I will not open it until I complete the challenge, so I can really feel like I've earned the medal. And I know some people might think it's kind of like silly or, like I said, materialistic, but for me it absolutely has been working, and I have walked like almost, I think like 29 miles now over the last maybe like 3 weeks, I would say. And for me, I'm a very sedentary type of person, and that is a lot for me, and I just have really been enjoying that like motivation and that really kind of goal-oriented type of challenge for me. And not to mention the metals, especially from these two companies. I think I forgot to say the other one, but the other one is, I think it's called the Conqueror. There's definitely a few metals I've been like kind of eyeing up for that one. But Pacer and the Conqueror, those are the two companies I've been looking at. Like I said, I have not actually purchased from the Conqueror yet, but there's definitely a few metals that I'm like, oh, those are so pretty. I really want to get those metals. And I do have a bit of like a collector's type of mindset, which in my opinion, I think is a good thing for this type of scenario because it does give me like a goal to work towards. And it's been working really, really good. And I've been enjoying it. And I just can't wait to finish that very first challenge and how like rewarded I'm going to feel when I finally get to open that medal, because these medals are actually really cool. They're really pretty and a lot of them have some insanely cool designs, and I think it's all pretty reasonably priced in my opinion for what you're getting. So if you're also kind of like a materialistic person who really wants to work on like walking more, and you can do biking, you can do walking, you can do running, any type of distance-based workout is what this is suited for. So yeah, that's just a little change that I have been making lately that has really been a fun way for me to incorporate more physical activity. So I've definitely really been enjoying that. And like I said, getting back to the gym has really brought this like strange sense of normalcy for me in my life. And I really think it's helping to kind of like balance things out. Again, if you guys do not know, I am a Libra and we are all about balance. And that is so true for me. Not to get all like woo woo on like astrology and things like that, but I really do feel like I absolutely do embody the traits of a Libra, and balance is what I crave in life. All right, guys, so I've really been yapping throughout this video. I feel like I owed you guys a little bit of a longer one since I have abysmally fallen on my face when it comes to uploading Plan With Me's. I will also quickly say I have made my purchase of the new Erin Condren 2025 to 2026 planner. That one should be coming in a few weeks, so I will definitely have a video on my channel showing you guys the planner that I picked out and doing a flip through on the inside. And I know I am so far behind on this series, but I do plan on finishing it. There might be a little bit of overlap. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do Plan With Me's in the future if I continue them. I do really hate being so far behind when it comes to these videos, and like I said, I was really trying hard to catch up, and all the headway I made was very quickly undone. But I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. Let me know, do you want me to continue doing Plan With Me's past the 52 weeks of last year, or I guess technically last year to this year's planner, the 2024 to 2025 planner? Do you want me to continue after I hit the 52 weeks, or do you want me to just do something else? Either way, I have done enough yapping. Once again, if you would like to purchase this kit, I will have the link below in my Etsy planner sticker shop. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.